Hi, welcome to today's video. So it's just going to be a quick one for now, and then a little bit later I'm going to do a three-part pick again. So let's start with the runes first of all. So just closing your eyes, take a moment to focus on what's on your mind right now, what you would like the runes to teach you today and to show you. So just take a moment, take a couple of deep breaths, and we shall see. So the energy of today's reading is all about Rado, and Rado is all about movements, and it's the vehicle of life. So Rado has the energy where it's following the direction that you want to go in and making sure that you are taking responsibility for the direction that you travel in. Now, I always like to say with Rado, if you think of a vehicle, so say a car for instance, okay? Now, if you fill that car full of something other than the fuel that it really needs, then it's not going to go very far. And if you don't look after it, if you don't maintain it, service it, MOT it, that kind of thing, then it's eventually going to have some issues, it's going to have some problems in there. So Rado, it's about that taking responsibility, sort of like you can choose your direction, but recognize that the journey, what you do on the journey, is what's going to help you to arrive at the outcome that you're looking for. So if you're going to go about things in a haphazard way, or you're just going to be quite rigid or expect things to happen without really taking any action on anything, then this is where you're going to trip up. So Rado is there to try and kind of highlight the responsibilities, the things that you need to do to take care of your way forwards. So let's pick a card that goes with Rado today for you. So if that resonates with you, then you might want to get in touch and we can explore that more in a personalised reading. So a reading that's just for you rather than a collective reading. So let me see what we have here. Okay, Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, can you actually see that? The sun's shining right on it, isn't it? It's gone really, really sunny all of a sudden now this afternoon. I love the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is quite romantic. So it's like maybe you're thinking about your future in quite a romantic way. You're romanticising the outcome, the direction that you want to take. And it's funny because Knights are directional as well. They're about direction. So this is definitely perhaps a time for you right now where you're really thinking about that direction that you want to go in. And you know that this is a pivotal point right now. If you choose this direction, you're not going to have that anymore. So it's almost like you've got more than one thing. And I'd say there's an emotional link to this as well with the cups in there. There's the want to kind of be guided and follow your own path, but then there's something that you're not communicating as well, or maybe that you don't want to look at this point within you, that's perhaps calling to your heart, but you're not quite sure. See, this particular knight is not moving. He's just sort of stood there holding his cup up. It's almost like, saying cheers to perhaps something that they've just come through, that they've just been through. It's almost like, it sounds like the end of one thing and it's the beginning of something new, but you get to choose what that beginning is. So I'm going to pick another card to go with that. Okay, it's the Page of Wands as well. Now the Page of Wands, it always makes me think of like immaturity. It's like the childlike, yay, you just go and do whatever I want to do, not going to take responsibility for anything, not going to sort of allow myself to be stuck in a set particular position. I'm not going to allow myself to be held accountable for things. So the Page of Wands, in one respect, can be a really good energy of like, just being able to be happy-go-lucky, do what you want to do. So with the Knight of Cups, I'd say it's kind of like maybe there's a bit of a dreaming element going on in here. It's kind of like, there's want to sort of be childlike journey, do what you want to do and things. And then there's this like romantic notion kind of thing, but it's definitely about a journey that you're taking. And it might be from going from boy to man, almost like you're learning to grow up a little bit, to bring yourself into more of an adult way of being perhaps than a childish way of being. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you've been too much adulting and you want to be more childlike and take these adventures and things. But it's just knowing about that responsibility. So it's like what you fuel your vehicle with is what's going to help. So say if the vehicle was a horse, for instance, yeah, it's a live animal. You have to feed it, water it. You can't just let it walk and walk and walk for miles on end and expect it to be okay. There's going to be something happen there. So you have to know what you're doing to make sure that you are nurturing that journey, nurturing the vehicle that's taking you on that journey. And I feel like maybe there's more than one journey that you're umming and ahhing about. You're not quite sure. Like you've hit a bit of a stump here and you aren't sure which way to go. And there's a cat in there, which is quite making me think about like what cats are like. They're very much come and go, aren't they? It's like, you know, if you make a cat, if you went to go up to a cat and try and grab it or something, it will pull away from you. If you allow it to come to you, it's made that choice all by itself. So perhaps this is something to do with your journey right now. It's kind of like, do you feel like if something's coming towards you, you're going to back away from it? Or if whatever it is allowing you to come forwards, you will actually come forwards, but you're just not sure at the moment. And there's this toss up between being quite immature and then being sort of like wanting to take responsibility on there. I'm going to pick another rune to go with that. So what is it with this journey, Rado? What's going on there? What is this journey all about? Okay, it's actually about like how you're viewed socially. So maybe somebody's told you that you're immature. Maybe somebody's told you that you're this, that you're immature, you're not quite. I'm just going to move this camera a little bit so you can see a bit better. Where maybe this is highlighted for you, parts of yourself that you feel like, well, yeah, actually, I can really see that now. So Manas represents an awareness of yourself, and especially an awareness of how you present to the world. And I feel with this that maybe people see you as this, and this is what you actually feel like you are. And you're realizing, maybe you've become quite aware that maybe what you thought you were portraying isn't actually what's happening here. So Rado is kind of like, you need to make a decision now. Which one do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And if it's more this one, then put your energy into that. If it's more this one, well, you know where that leads, because that's where you've come from. And Manas, it has the ability to leave a legacy for who you are and how you are. And through that legacy, it's kind of like, you know, this is your journey. This is how you want to be perceived in your world. And what you leave behind, other people are going to grow from that, or, you know, see how you've grown from that. So maybe this is a time for those changes in direction to bring you where you want to be. So let's pick a card that's going to show us, who are you? What do you need to do to be on the right path? Because maybe you don't really know how to transition from one to the other. Maybe that's what's happening here. Okay, we've got more. So we've actually got the swords now. Gosh, we've nearly got all of the elements in here. So this is air. We have water. And we have, if I can pick it up, fire. Air, water and fire. Now, this is kind of like bringing about a change in, so there's 2 pages there. So this is, I feel like I'm either talking to a really young person or somebody that acts quite young for their age. And both of these represent, it's sort of like, you know, this is where you've come from, this is who you are right now. This is, I feel like, the direction that you would like to take, but part of you still wants to come back to this. And this represents, is kind of like you cutting through that mentality to enable you to be that. So air is all about the mental energy. Cups, it's more the emotional energy. And with the wands, it's more of like that physical, or spiritual, sorry, not physical, it's earth that's physical. It's more of that spiritual energy. So it's mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual awakening, I want to say, actually. And I think that's what's creating this rado on here, and this ability to be more aware of yourself and where you are in your life at the moment and what you bring. So I want to just have a look at, I've got some cards that have words on them, if I can find them. Yeah. So these are moon cards, and with the moon cards, they're beautiful, and they will show you a word. So a word that goes with this to give you something to focus on that will help you to understand the direction that you're looking to take. So you know, staying where you are right now, you're in the middle of a spiritual growth, I'd say. It's like you're in an awakening. Things are being illuminated for you. So wands are the element of fire, and they always remind me of Canas, where it's like illuminating the dark corners of that cave within you. And with the Page of Swords, it's got the ability to cut through things that are holding you back. And with that Knight of Cups, it's the emotional stability of understanding. Okay, we have the card Remember. So maybe you are going through your memories right now, and I'm going to pick up Manas on this. Now, I feel like this is potentially at the moment a time for you where you're feeling a little bit lost, a little bit down. You're remembering things that are, this is like the Six of Cups kind of energy actually. You're remembering things that are giving you more understanding about why you're where you're at right now. And if you see like the tree there, to me, that's growth. It's kind of like you've been sat here pondering, you've been sat here thinking and not worrying, but being more aware of yourself and the impact that you have on the people around you, especially. And maybe that is what's brought you to a point of wanting to change your direction, of wanting to actually, you're starting to recognize maybe what I think I'm putting out there isn't actually really what I'm putting out there. And you're getting more of an understanding then about what image are you portraying to other people. But ultimately that comes back to, it's sort of like, well, how well do you know yourself? How well do you understand yourself? So this might be a time right now to sit in those memories, to sit and think. And it's funny, I picked up the pack and I got the Star card as well. And the Star card is a card full of wish fulfillment. So right now, what you really want, you can actually manifest, but you need to sit with yourself and really understand what it is that you want, that you're looking for at this time. Remember what spurred you on as a child. We've got two pages here. They are child energy. So it's like the inner child. So when you were a child, try and remember what made you feel happy, what made you feel purposeful and good in yourself. What was your drive? When people ask you when you're a kid, like, what do you want to do when you grow up? So think to yourself now, what did you want to do or be, or how did you envision your life when you were a child? How did you envision what being an adult would be like? Because I feel like that holds the key to what's going on here. I do feel that some of you are going to be going traveling as well. I feel like you're going to be going on a journey that is actually going away overseas, perhaps doing a little bit of soul searching there. So it's going to take a little bit of time, and with the 3 on there, I'd say maybe by March you're going to be in a different place from that point. Yeah. And it's because you've got these decisions to make. You're trying to make this decision, have this direction. Right now, your direction is leading you down the path of like what really made you tick as a child. Your direction, I'd say, is about travel. It's about allowing yourself to move. We have the 5 of Swords as well, which with this particular card for me is bringing up illusion. You're not acting out the way of your heart at the moment. You're acting out the way of your mind, and your mind and your heart, they're not kind of collaborating on this. You're a bit confused about yourself at the moment and your needs and your wants. And I think you're worried about the impact that has on the awareness of your social circles, of people around you in your life. So it's really time to take that journey. It's time to go out. But on this journey, it's about nourishing that vehicle, making sure that you are looking after that vehicle, being good to it, really honouring it. Okay. Right, before we finish this, because I was only going to do a short one and then it just ended up being a lot more than that, because I love seeing what comes out on here. So we've got a chakra oracle card. So let's see which chakra you're, actually, grab that one, which chakra you're working with on this. Like, what colours are you working with? Seems to be a lot of blue around at this time with you. Cool. And something about February is significant as well for you. Okay, blue, yeah, we've got expansion. So this journey that you're taking, it's going to allow you to, you will have a moment of really fully accessing your truth, expansion. It's, and remember, so it's kind of like bringing your energy into alignment again. You need to go off and have this journey to bring yourself back into alignment, to really understand what's actually important to you right now. And I feel like this is a journey that's coming up soon. I feel like what you're working through here, it will be happening by March. It's just right at this moment in time, you are moving between this energy of, where do we go, child and adult, and what you're looking to achieve in your life, where you want to go with it, what you want to do, who you want to be, who you want to be with, and what you are bringing, your awareness of yourself in society. Okay. So if that resonates with you and you would like more information, maybe book a private reading with me, just follow down below. There's a link to book your reading. And yeah, I hope this finds you well. Have a blessed day.